Morales just dwarfed him. Came out with a good game plan and knew that, Brady was going to try to take him down. Had a really good stance. His jab was there. I mean, he's throwing bombs. The guy's a problem. He's a problem. I'm just curious how great his grappling is to deal with someone like Islam. What's going on, guys? This is TJ Dillashaw. This is a UFC 322 breakdown brought to you by Wild Society.
TJ, what was your biggest takeaway from UFC 322? Is there anything that surprised you or changed your perspective about like the welterweight division?
I mean, welterweight in general, but yeah, I mean, anything that surprised me on the entire card was how easy the fight was for Islam Makhachev. I thought it was going to be a little bit harder of a challenge for him to fight JDM in a battle of who was going to put their game plan to will, but Islam beat him everywhere, and those takedowns and that top pressure was just insane.
After watching Islam move up successfully and gain the welterweight championship, what matchups are you most excited about?
I think after seeing how dominant Islam is, I mean, he's definitely going to stay at 170. He's looked great at the weight class, looked strong in the weight class. His cardio was fantastic. It fights, I'm excited to see him. I mean, there's a ton of good fights in the card, but I think Shavkat would be a great fight for him. Yeah, Kamaru Usman, if he still got the fire in him to get back and get it done. You always got to root for the old guys. You got a couple guys that were on the card. I think Islam Makhachev would do easy work with Prates, but Morales is big. I'm curious how great his ground game is. I don't think we've really seen it much yet, but I think Islam probably makes easy work in that fight as well too. Just how great he looked. So striking was solid, but his top control was just amazing.
And as far as like Islam now, he's going to settle into the division, probably put on a little bit more muscle. It seems like he has the opportunity to do now. What Wild Society product would you recommend for him to bulk up, create some lean muscle mass?
Yeah, I mean, if Islam Makhachev's continuing to bulk and stay at 170s, we got to get him on Wild Society's longevity. Got to have him eating caveman eats throughout the day to pack in that protein. Use some concentrate before he goes to bed to get that protein synthesis while he's sleeping. And then he definitely needs the clear whey isolates for while he's working out for that rapid absorption of protein and electrolytes.
And as far as JDM, where do you see him going from now, and who would you like to see him match up with?
I mean, JDM's not going anywhere. He's a very talented guy, great striking. Just, seen some holes in his game, which he defended Bilal's takedowns fantastically. So he's got it. I don't know if it's Islam's that big of a leap or he just let that fight get to him. Not really sure. So he come back and use his wrestling.
So as far as Valentina, what were your thoughts on her performance, and were you shocked at all?
I wasn't really shocked with that fight. I mean, Valentina is the most gifted at the weight class, and Weili was just a little bit too small. I mean, I said it, she was going to be able to control the range easier. She had that southpaw jab, good footwork, wasn't going to let Weili close distance on her, and then ultimately just like bear hugged her and took her down at will for the most part and just big sistered her.
Do you think she could have gone for more submissions or try to put a stamp on that performance a little bit more?
I mean, she definitely could have. I mean, she fought the fight smart, but she definitely could have tried to go for the finish a little bit more. That's what the fans want to see, right? So, but look, man, she's a champ, so you can't fault her for just being good.
What were your thoughts on Morales? I know you were surprised at his performance.
Yeah, I was very surprised with just the size of Morales. I guess I didn't really watch a lot of his fights beforehand. I knew Brady's really big. Morales just dwarfed him. Came out with a good game plan and knew that Brady was going to try to take him down. Had a really good stance. His jab was there. I mean, he's throwing bombs. The guy's a problem. He's a problem. I'm just curious how great his grappling is to deal with someone like Islam.
We're looking at his stance. The commentators were mentioning how his like hips were behind his head.
Yeah.
How important is that to have like defensive wrestling?
I wouldn't say I would. I mean, I guess I naturally sometimes like lean over and stand that way too, just to be like longer with my strikes, and that's another reason why he's doing it. So his reach was already longer. Then the way he's leaning over makes his jab even longer, and does make his hips harder to get to because they're further back. Usually, guys like lower their stance, but he was kind of like leaning over, which I really liked, and he wasn't really too concerned with getting an up kick or an uppercut because he's so tall. So it works for him for his body style.
What do you want to see next for like Sean Brady coming after that loss?
It's tough, man. I think Sean Brady could have got that win and had a title shot, but now he's got to start back over. Right, he's got to get a couple wins again. The weight classes are stacked in that division. I mean, if he could fight Prates, right? Prates is moving up now. Prates would probably be number 6 or somewhere around there, right? So you could fight Prates would be a great fight.
And for Leon Edwards, what does 3 losses in a row do for your confidence, and what does he need to do to actually rebuild himself?
Yeah, 3 losses in a row is real tough to come back from, man. And if he's got that fire still to reinvent himself, he's got to like put himself in situations that he's not maybe used to being in and add some new wrinkles to his game. But he's been around for a while, so I don't know if he's willing to do that. He's probably made a decent chunk of money and he's got a name behind him. But if he wants to stay in the game, he's got to get back to what got him there. You know, like do those rounds with the athletes that want to take your head off and be the guys going to grind in the gym day in and day out to make gains. But you see that fire lost with a lot of fighters that have been around for a long time and have had a lot of success.
And for the fans were actually calling you out on the way you pronounce this fighter's name, but Benoit, you were calling him Benoit.
Benoit. Oh, yeah.
What were your thoughts on Benoit's 16-second KO?
Oh, Benoit? Yeah, yeah. Man, just tough luck. It's tough for Beneil Dariush. It's just that shot. Hit anyone behind the ear right there. It's just lights out. You know, if I could choose to hit anyone anywhere on my feet, it's going to be I'm shooting for behind your ear. Just knocks out all equilibrium. Dariush came out strong, looked good, but obviously it was only 13 seconds. Just got clipped behind the ear and put down. I mean, Benoit is he's a powerhouse, man. He's strong, he's big, and that was a great shot for him.
I know he called out Max for the BMF belt, but would you rather see him fight Max or Max fight Charles?
I'd rather see Max fight Charles. Yeah, I mean that's gonna be fireworks for sure, Max versus Charles.
Who would you put BSD with next then?
So you got 55s. See, he's what, ranked number 9 or something, was he?
Yeah, there's guys like Gaethje, Patty.
You got Pimlet, you got Gaethje, you got
Dan Hooker and Renato
Hooker fight
Arman.
this weekend. I don't think Gaethje wants to fight him. He doesn't want to fight someone that's up and coming. I don't think they'll give him the Pimlet either. That's a tough one, man. I don't know who they would give him.
Would you rather see him against maybe like Gamrot or Rafael Fiziev?
Fiziev. I'd rather see him against Fiziev. He's a killer striker, right? I think he'd be good enough to like defend some takedowns and whatnot, make it an interesting fight.
You look at UFC 322 as a whole, who do you think positioned themselves for that next welterweight title shot better? Was it Prates or was it Morales?
It was Morales because he beat number 2. Morales positioned himself better. He beat number 2, even though Prates did beat a former champion and knocked him out. Morales knocked out Brady even faster and just I think a little more all around impressive. Right? He didn't get a takedown and get his back taken. Yeah, Morales.
For these guys, though, that face these tough knockouts, what's a product that you would suggest that Wild Society has, and why would you recommend that product?
Getting knocked out. Our longevity, because it's got creatine in it, which is going to help with that healing of the brain. It's got a lot of studies on it now. So we got 5 grams of creatine in every serving of our longevity. I mean, even take a couple of those a day. You know, it's going to help with a lot of the collagen and stuff too, of injuries you've had throughout your fight camp. I mean, our longevity is the Rolls Royce of products. If you're going to ask me to like suggest one product to them, it's always going to be longevity to any athlete.
And then tying into that head health, what are some other things these fighters that face those tough knockouts could do to regain that health in their brain?
Sitting in a hyperbaric chamber would be massive. I would definitely sit in a hyperbaric chamber if you've been knocked out or concussed. I mean, after any fight, it's going to help with all injuries, but specifically crossing that blood-brain barrier and healing your brain.
So TJ, you guys have been with Sprouts over a year now. How important has that relationship been to the growth of Wild Society? And where do you see this next year going with them?
Oh, man. Sprouts has just been an absolute great partner of Wild Society. To even give us the chance. We rolled out in Sprouts before we sold anything online. We went to shelves first. They believed in us before anyone did. And that just means so much to me. And just the way that we're selling there, we're doing so fantastic and we're bringing in new products. We got something really exciting. It's going to be happening in Q1 at Sprouts. Product I'm very excited about, to be honest with you. I kind of started the whole brand around for that to launch and the convenient factor of just getting your protein in daily and a healthy product. So that Sprouts relationship is just amazing. And then to follow it up was our GNC partnership, which kind of come full circle moment because when I was a kid, you know, trying to strive for peak performance wrestling as a kid, GNC is where we went to get all of our products, and now I have a product that lives in GNC. We've got our longevity protein powder, which is the best peak performance product you can possibly get. It lives inside GNC. It's exclusively there. It's really exciting times, you know? Yeah, let me know what your thoughts were on UFC 322 and what you thought of my picks, even though I went 2 out of 5. Bad. But that's the fight game, man. The fight game, you can't always pick them all right. I was leaning on the favorites and some of the champions, and it just didn't work out. Yeah, and if you're enjoying this content, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out.